Alright, welcome back to the rebuild series on the Tacoma. Today we're going to be doing the front brakes. I'm pretty sure they're all the way down to metal, so they need to be replaced. Got some ones off Amazon. Got the truck jacked up. Already got the passenger side tire off. Here we are. Seems fairly simple. I can't tell how much. Actually, the brakes don't look too terrible, honestly. I think these might have been pad slapped. I think they might have just put new pads on it and didn't replace the rotor or something. But either way, I've got new brakes, so we're gonna do them anyway. So, all right, so we've got some bolts back here we have to take off. That does not look like a good bolt. Anyway, then it's gonna be these two big back ones right here. Pull the whole caliper off, and then hopefully this isn't too rusted to the hub, but we're gonna see. Already stand corrected, these pads were not new. Yeah, like I said, metal on metal. I hate Toyota's way they hold in their brake pads with these damn pins and everything. It's not my favorite. It makes it a little bit harder to get them out, but yep, these needed to be replaced, and so does this brake rotor. But luckily this one is not rusted onto the hub. I had a 2010 Tacoma, and I was banging on it for hours trying to get it to break free from the hub. I thought that I was missing a bolt or something, but nope, it was just that rusted to it. So we need to get our brake caliper. We need to get our freaking tool that's going to compress both the calipers on each side, so that way we can fit on our new brake pads and a new rotor, which we'll have to get the oil off of the rotors by spraying brake cleaner on it. You want to make sure you do that because you don't want oil on your brakes. So, yep. Already mostly got it on here. New caliper on. Make sure that you use a wire brush and clean up the hub of as much rust as you can. Got the new brake pads on there. This is what I mean about it being kind of like complex with these Toyota calipers. You've got pins in here, and you have to slide it through the caliper and the brake hardware, and then you have to get. I mean, it works, but I mean, it's just kind of like a pain in the ass sometimes. What I do to help up is use some dielectric grease and grease up these pins because they're also a little bit rusty, so it helps slide in and out. And also you want to add grease to the back of these brake pads to help it. Anything that moves, basically, any moving part, you want to add grease to it to help it move along. So now we should be all good to throw the caliper back on. Hopefully I got these pistons depressed enough. Throw it back on and tighten it all down, and then we should be good. You could probably clean these pins up with a wire brush too, but I didn't do that, so that's not what I'm doing. So I'll put the brake pads in, try not to get too much grease on the pad part. I'll wipe off my hands too, because if you couldn't guess it, grease and brakes don't go well together if they're on the wrong ends, you know what I mean? I'll flip this over, and I'll try to slip these pins through. I think it might actually be easier if I do the top first, since that one's the one that has the resistance on it. This one's upside down. Good catch, good catch. Alrighty, if you think it's going too smoothly, it probably is. I put in the pins the wrong freaking way. There's only one way they can go in. There's only one hole this retaining pin can clip into. So, you gotta mess up sometime, you know, you can't always be on a roll, I guess. So now that's all good. Let's go ahead and button it up, and then we'll get in the car, start it up, pump the brakes, and do a little break in on these brakes, and then we'll be all good to go. We'll have brand new front brakes. I think next I might have to do some wheel bearings and maybe a lower ball joint, but it's a Tacoma, so these parts are stupid cheap. Like that, brake job on the Tacoma is done. Now we're gonna get in it, pump the brakes, get some tension on the new brake pads. I'm gonna take it up and down the block, use some easy stops, use some hard stops to bed the brakes in, make sure everything's all good. But brake job on the Tacoma is good. Thank you for watching.